We have an audience today. Somebody heard something. I heard about a house. Look at this. This used to have 2 stories on it, but now it's just a single layer. But have a look at it. Fantastic, isn't it? So I've only just got here, but I'm here with Marcus today. Hey Marcus.
Hello.
So Marcus has kindly left his here for you to have a look at this. He just got out the front of this beautiful old building. Okay. That's not too bad at all. That looks like it's going to be in really good condition. It's a Commonwealth penny. We're looking at 1912. How good's this? How good's that? Righto, so there's Marcus over there, not far from where he found his penny. Here's my first target. I went and got the machine out the car. Just a little bit of horse tack. So we're expecting to find a fair bit of this sort of stuff here today. So there's my first target, there's my first bit. You get excited about a place like this. I mean, get a very subtle tone, you know it's quite deep, so you dig a deep hole in ground that's a little bit harder than what you think, and you come out with some roundness and oh, it looks like a cartwheel penny, but no, it's not. That's what that is disappointment. Well, this has been harder than anticipated. There's a lot of iron, there's a whole heap of roofing material, there is, goodness me, there's everything in here. So separation is key. But Marcus, he reckons he struck the second coin of the day. On you Marcus, show me up brother. What we got here? Little Commonwealth halfpenny.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Right. 1936.
Is that what it is, 1936?
Yeah, that's what I'm starting thinking it is, yeah.
You're probably right. There you go, last of the George V.
Yep, lovely.
The year he died.
Nice. Alright, well done, man.
Thank you.
That one's yours. I've come around the back of the building. There's a big old lemon tree here. So that's the rear steps to the rear door. And thought some of you might be interested in having a look at the few bits and pieces they got kicking around here. So there's some big old pieces of pottery. There's the neck of it there. Milk urns, some old wooden structures, some old flagon tops. This was a winery at one point. That one's a little bit broken, only in the top. I don't know if you noticed the piece missing up there. It's got some nice shape to it. Would have been a nice bottle, no embossing, but it would have been a nice bottle nonetheless. And what we got here, Jones & Co Sydney Proprietary Limited. Would have had a paper label on it as well, I'm guessing Source. Big coarse screw top, so that might have had the old Bakelite screw top on it, or it could have been alloy, one of the early alloys. Yeah, so that one's pretty cool. That one's actually that'll clean up alright, that one. But we're not here to take bottles. That one's definitely a wine or a whiskey. Got the thick glass in it, that's what we like to see. 1800s glass. Yeah, so all of these bricks, apparently all these bricks that are lying all around here, looks like another chimney stack over here that's come down. So there's nothing in the frog. So people who don't know what a frog is, it's that bit there. That's the indent. It's called a frog, and that's the bit that holds the mortar, that holds the bricks together, stops them from moving, sliding in and out. So apparently these are all built somewhere around here out of a local quarry. And yeah, now there's assorted pieces of stuff. That one's pretty cool. Wheels on that fella. A little bit of a homemade trailer out of, I'm guessing, 1930s, 1950s truck. Yeah, but we've still got a fair bit to go on this property, so even though I haven't had a really good start so far, we'll see what else. We might be able to find a little patch somewhere. There might have been a servant's quarters maybe. Well, I'm going to say I'm on the board, but not what I was expecting. Can you see what's on the end of my shovel? I bet you can't. Let's go in a bit closer. What do you reckon? You reckon you can work that out now? what we got. Yep, I reckon you're right. So let's pull it out. Do a little bit of a investigation on it. Oh, this one's nice. Okay, so for those that haven't identified this at home yet, this is a Commonwealth of Australia Military Forces Rising Sun collar badge. So for those that follow me digging the World War Army camps, you've seen me pull a couple of these out. I wasn't expecting to pull one out in this location, but you never know what it is until you dig it. Well, you have a half an idea, so I knew this was brass and it was nicely conductive and it looked really good on the XY screen. But not what I was expecting to come out the ground. I'll take it though. Happy with it. I always like to have a look around big old trees, and the base of this big old tree's been hooved out by cattle, using this as a entrance way from one field to the other and stopping here for a bit of shade. So what they've done, since they got rid of all the grass in this area, they've exposed little bits of treasure. Little bits of glass, little bits of pottery. There, a little bit of pottery over here. Looks like a little bit of plate with a little stripe on it. Over here, look at that little piece of a bowl or bottom of a cup or something. A little bit more there. So I've been working this area here. There's still a lot of iron. Thinking it might have been a bit of a dump site or something like that. So yeah, picking a few little bits of pottery up. Oh, look at that one. That one's pretty cool. Yeah. I know a lady who collects all those and makes collages out of them. I might hang on to that one. So yeah, I dug a high tone and it turned out to be this. So it turns out to be a thingamy, not a what's it, it's a thingamy. Alright? Don't get the two confused. So yeah, I don't know what it is. But it's brass. Marcus just dropped this in my hand. Here's our first piece of musical instrument off this site. So a piece of harmonica reed. He thought it was another piece of lead, and it could have well been, but yeah, it'd be a brass. And yeah, there should be some more of that flying around somewhere. We've come down the back paddock, just horsing around. Oh, I've dug a bell. Yeah, it's got a. I'm sure it's going to have a ring to it. God, this soil is so hard. Poor Marcus had to grab him a pick to try and get to see what he was doing. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have to try and knock that out. But that's the Australia flag. And that's off a kid's push bike bell. Cool. I'd never had one of these. I've seen plenty of them come out the ground, but I never got one myself. I showed Marcus a target which he dug, and turns out to be this. You've got to help these Equinox users out a bit. But have a look at that. I'm pretty sure that would have been filled with little glass bits and pieces and had a real shine to it back in the day. I reckon that's the little brooch piece. That would have been like a two-piece, the back bit's missing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I reckon it's going to clean up lovely. Might even be able to straighten that out a bit. Marcus can't have all the fun. I've got a coin. It's a Commonwealth penny. It, considering the soil we're working in, it doesn't actually look that bad. Yeah. Awesome. So there we go, we've cleaned it up a little bit. That's a 1913. Not to be outdone, Marcus is calling a halfpenny. Marcus is right. That's a halfpenny. Once again, Commonwealth. Once again, we're going to have to clean this horrible soil off to see what it is. Be right back. There we go. Turns out it's a lovely little 1917 Commonwealth halfpenny. Well done, Marcus.
Thanks for that.
This is a cool piece that Marcus just got out the ground. It's a latch to some sort of a trunk. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is interesting. Got a target here. I'll show you the target in a minute. Byproduct of the target was this piece of glass. Now that's a very thick piece of glass. Yeah, Yeah, so that could be a fairly substantial thickness of glass. It's broken into a million bits by the looks of it. It's got tiny fractures through it. Anyway, cool. I digress. That's glass. We're not here for glass. We're here for this fella here. Would you look at that? That appears, at a glance, to be another Commonwealth penny. Let's clean this one up. Alright, I think I'm in the lead with the date range. 1911. And that's a good looking penny.
The first time we ever made.
The first year Australian penny, 1911. Awesome. Alright, this one makes 3 coins each. 3 for Marcus and 3 for myself. It's a halfpenny. Oh, here we go. This one's a Britannia. So a nice little Britannia half. So if we thought, we were just saying if we went older than 1911, we're into the Britannias, and guess what? We're into the Britannias. That's a nice little Britannia half. I'll see if I can get a date off it. There's Edward the 7th. Not looking too shabby for an old fella. 1908. Alright, now let's see if we can hit the 1800s. This is a bit of a shame. This here disassembled itself as it came out the ground because the ground's so hard. You can't win them all. Do you know what it is? I know what it is. That's a thermometer sight piece. So around this side here, you're going to have a series of numbers, which will be more than likely in Fahrenheit. So a gauge to tell what temperature it was. Yeah. So no saving this poor old bugger, but yeah, we'll chuck it in the bag and get the rubbish out of the paddock. Still playing in the same hole that thermometer piece came out of. I reckon that's another coin. Ooh, this one's got a bit of wear on it. Yeah, Commonwealth. Another Commonwealth halfpenny. We'll clean this fella up. First year halfpenny, 1911. That's telling a story. Oh, just dug a target there, fully expecting it to be lead. I don't think that looks like lead. I think that looks like a coin. Alright, let's see what sort of coin it is. Well, we said we wanted 1800s. I reckon that's a bunhead. So, Queen Victoria bunhead, halfpenny. I'm getting the 8 and the 6 in the middle of that, so it's 1860 something, which corresponds to a bunhead. So we're in the 1800s, baby. Yeah. Don't you love it when a plan works? You find a target, you put the shovel in, you cut your plug. That there, where a coin used to be, that there is exactly where it came out of the shovel. Yoink! It's a coin. Ooh. Oh, I like this one. This feels Britannia-ish. It is Britannia-ish. Look at that. I think we've got ourselves a Britannia penny. Have a look at that thing sparkle in the daylight. 1867. That'll be a bunhead. This old brass doesn't come out of the ground that well, but that was a harmonica reed. Now it's several bits of a harmonica reed, and there's probably still more in the hole. Today's mystery object. Marcus just dug this big lump of brass. And if you've got any idea what this is, you're one up on me. It's been in the ground a while. The brass has got a green patina on it. Couple of entry holes there. Looks like a shaft or something went into there. And it looks like there might be another half of it lying around somewhere. It's got the 4 locator pins. So, absolutely bamboozled on what this could be. So if you know, let us know. Alright, here's a good bit. It's the tongue. Or is it the spoon? Tongue and spoon? Yeah, it's a buckle. So, wish I could find the other part of it, because that'll give me more of an indication of what sort of buckle it was. But, yeah. Let's see if I can clean that up, have another look at it. I got friends. Hello, friends. Marcus got a D buckle before, but I'm pretty sure my D's bigger than his D. He's got the biggest D. Oh. Here's another good one. Hope this wind's not interfering with the microphone too much. It's a little brass buckle, iron tongue. It's probably a horse tack, could it be a belt buckle, but most likely horse. Oh, wind's beautiful because the sun's hot, but I don't know what it's doing to this microphone. We're trying to work out where the original building was, because that was the new one. So I always thought that the original building would have been in this location, and I reckon I might have just found a bit of proof that maybe it was. So that is in no means a modern bit of gear, is it? So that doesn't prove anything yet, but it does give you some sort of an idea. That's old and really cool. Is there anything I can do here to block some wind? I don't think so. Alright, so stage 3. So we did stage 1, which was the old house. We did stage 2, where the landowner reported some pottery and that sort of thing over that area there. Yep, so the house is back over there. So we worked out, we did a bit around the dairy and everything there, thinking the original building to this property, and it would have, they don't have a description of what sort of a building it was, but the original building we reckon is in the highest point of this paddock, which is where the old dairy is now. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, if that was removed one day, you might find a couple of bits and pieces underneath that. So I reckon the dairy that's over there, I reckon that's where the original house is, well, was. Then that's the new house, and then up here is the new house, which is about 80 years old. So we've heard rumours that somewhere around this area here there used to be a race course. So you know what race courses are like, add a bit of excitement juice, and coins start getting lost. So I thought, well, what place to start but a couple of old trees. There's an old stump over there, there's another old stump further, there's another couple of stumps sort of there. So I thought, well, I'll have a look at the oldest things that I can find in this empty block of land first, and this is basically my first target. And now I've forgotten where it is. Here we go. So this coin-shaped object looks to me like a shilling. Looks very much like a shilling. So we've hit silver. So I'm going to clean this up. Marcus is going to be very, very happy when he gets his gear together and comes over here and has a look as well. But there's our first silver coin of the whole place. It looks like a bunhead. Yep, looks very much like a bunhead. So I'll see if I can get a date off this thing. I'll just clean it up and I'll be right back. So here comes Marcus now. He's going to be very, very excited to see this. 1873. So this is what we're chasing. So we'll see if we can find any more signs of a race course ever being here. Pretty happy with that. I've come a long way. The wind noise is going to be horrible, and I had to stop because you know how it goes. No day is complete without a tarp grommet. Can't leave this little fella behind. Here comes the next phase of wind noise, but it's worth it because I reckon that is a little silver threepence. Yeah, I'll get some water on this and see if I can soak some of this yuck off it and reveal its shimmering shiny brightness. I swear every time I get this camera out, up comes the wind. Righto, so hang on, need to try some orientation here. There we go, it goes that way. I'll just twist myself in a circle because the coin landed the wrong way. That, my friends, is an 1882 threepence, so that'll make it a Queen Victoria. And we have our second silver in the fines container, so happy days. Marcus says this one's a bit iffy, but due to the lack of targets out in the middle of a paddock, we're going to dig it anyway. What does it sound like now? Oh, it's out and on this edge. What do you reckon it is, Marcus?
I'd say it's one of those old florin.
You reckon it's a florin? That's not wishful thinking, is it?
Maybe.
Alright, here, will it all be revealed? No, didn't pick it up.
There it is.
Oh,
Oh, it's a roofing washer
oh, okay. Lead's always deceiving.
and a bolt.
Is that a bolt or is it a screw top?
Screw.
Yeah,
One of the ones
okay.
a bit
No,
heavy.
she's just driven in that one. There's no screw hole on that one. Ah, you got screwed.
I did, big time.
Here's an old relic. This one was quite easy to find, if I'm honest. It's looks like the intake's a little bit clogged up there. It's missing a radiator and pretty much everything else. Love the VIN plate though, because that looks, yeah, that really looks factory, that VIN plate. So yeah, I'm not really sure what this is. I mean, to me it looks like an old Vanguard. So correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably am. But I remember Vanguards having a rear end like this. So yeah, about 1950-ish something. Yeah, I remember I actually thought that Vanguards had the semaphore signal coming out the side, so it might be a slightly later model. Yeah, not really sure, but pretty cool. There's the insides. Yeah, it's still got the gearbox. Oh, she's a runner. For those of you who have never detected a bung from a 44-gallon drum, highly recommend it. They sound awesome. It's a ream. We're done for the day. Marcus is still going through their collective rubbish bag and trying to find some more bits of interest there. So there's some big targets here, and then that bag is full of lead. What on earth is that?
I don't know, I found it.
Well, whatever it is, it's the second one. It's got a number 2 on it. Yeah,
Brake for a bike, maybe.
I don't know. Is that like a winder handle that's broken off for a truck or something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know. Alright, cool. Righto. That's an interesting thing that came out of the rubbish bag. I like that spoon. That spoon's cool. Oh, that's got a story. Yeah, so all this really cool, interesting stuff. Most of the rest of the bag's going to just be lead and other assorted rubbish that goes along with it. But these are the things of interest. So this is Marcus's little coin collection from this hunt. So it's got a Britannia penny and a couple of Commonwealth halves, and there's a big Commonwealth penny and that little decorative piece there. There's that bike bell. Isn't that cool? Marcus found one of these and not far from where I found the other one, so that was pretty cool. There's that belt buckle, a little bit cleaned up. The Rising Sun, the other buckle. Here's my coinage, so 2 Commonwealth pennies, 1 Britannia. So the Britannia was the oldest coin of the day, I believe. And I think it was 2 Britannia halves and 1 Commonwealth half, I think, yep. And then the shilling and the threepence, and I told you the dates of those before, so that's a good little day. So D-O-N, I need an E, and we're done. Camp on Allen. It's 1972 Gresford Road in East Gresford, New South Wales. There's the phone number there. If you would like to book your site and come down and flavour the hospitality of the wonderful people that own this. I don't know whether you'll get to metal detect, and Marcus and I have already been through anyway, so there's nothing left. But this is a great place to stay, kid friendly. It's got powered, unpowered sites. It's got a camp kitchen, swimming in the creek, absolute pristine sort of a place to spend some time and go check out the old homestead. I recommend it. Any last words, Marcus?